So, will Aion 2 kill Throne and Liberty or not? Because this is a recurrent topic, right? A new game releases and that should be the death of Throne and Liberty. I have finished my testing of Aion 2 in Taiwan. As I said in previous videos, I was just gathering information about the different classes, the different systems, the different content, just to know what to expect when the game releases in global. And in this video, I'm going to address that question. It is going to kill Throne and Liberty or not? I will just try to keep it short. PvP. Both games are different, so you may like one style or the other. It doesn't make sense to compare them. Personally, I prefer Throne and Liberty just for the theory crafting. Theory crafting is very big in this game, and that's something I really like. Pay to win. The only difference is that Aion 2 is a subscription-based game. That's it. You can play for free until the end game, but eventually you will need to pay a subscription, which is expected to be 10 to 12 euros. Because you need the market. That's it. You basically need the market in every MMO. That's the only difference. You can play for free in Throne and Liberty, but you need to pay for the market. Everything else is just the same as I always say. You can pay to accelerate your progress, but that not pay to win. That only affects a very minority of players. The tryharding and the sweetie community that want everything day 1 or day 2. But for the everyday players who actually enjoy the game and love to see how their character develops, it doesn't make any sense. There is no pay to win. And we get to the PvE, and here is where things get interesting. PvE is the main activity of every MMO. It doesn't matter if it's again advertised as PvP MMO as Throne and Liberty. Still, PvE is the main activity. You must do PvE. And the PvE content in Aion 2 is just much better. It's not about how many different activities we have. It's about how engaging they are and how reward or how, yes, let's say how positive they are for you, because they give you very good rewards. So, for example, in Throne and Liberty we have the Mystic Glove system, right? And this is a boring task that we must do daily. We need to find the five Mystic Globes, which are always in the same position, and blah 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 blah. This is just a pointless system that doesn't even reward you properly. By contrast, Aion 2 has the feather system. It's like over 500 feathers that are scattered across the map, and once you find them, you are done with the activity. You get your reward, and that's it. You don't need to repeat that in the character. You can create another character, but you don't need to repeat that in that character. So this should have been the same. Just spawn all the gloves. Let us find them and get done with them. The same with the resistance contracts. Doing them daily is just pointless. It doesn't matter if we have Da Vinci and can do it twice per contract. It doesn't make any sense. We are still repeating the same activity over and over again. And the rewards are not really that good. So just find something that is more meaningful. Maybe a monthly activity or whatever, but that gives you actually proper rewards. We have the pity system in the co-op dungeons. Here, for example, if I wanted to farm Brutus Slayer set, I may have a very bad luck and never drop it. In Aion 2, they have a pity system, and once a week you can pick an item from the loot table. So basically you know that after 4 weeks I will have the Brutus Slayer set, for example. So this is actually good because it encourages players to keep playing and knowing that even if they have bad luck, eventually they will get what they are after. In fact, this was one of the complaints we had in Throne and Liberty when Talandre was released, that people was farming and they didn't get the drop they were looking for and eventually got sick of the game. So people really want to farm for something, knowing that they may eventually get them. And to keep talking about PvE because there are many things. The pet system, for example. I know that in Aion 2, if I want to farm for a pet, I can do it. By contrast, if I want to collect every Amitoy here, I simply cannot because most of them are only available on the shop. So I need to wait until they are available here and buy them. By contrast, in Aion 2, I just can farm for them and eventually get everything. My goal may be collect every pet, and I can do that daily. I can work toward that goal daily. And we get to the boss fights. The boss fights are day and night if we compare that to Throne and Liberty. In Agent 2, they are more engaging because the fight itself is slower, but you don't need to be in a static position just doing. No, instead you need to be constantly moving because the bosses are constantly moving and using skills, so you need to be moving, dodging attacks, trying to find the back of the boss to boost your DPS. It's a more richful experience. So in summary, this is why I believe that Aion 2 may be actually the game that will kill Throne and Liberty because the PvE content is just more richful. And as I was saying, PvE is the main activity in any MMO. So, what's going to happen then? Well, we are talking a year down the road. So many things may change in Throne and Liberty. In fact, we already got this week a very good update. And we have a roadmap about new things coming up. So, many things may change in a year. Maybe the systems get overhauled eventually, and maybe, they bring more PvE content that is more engaging and more rewarding for the community. But if we compare Throne and Liberty today to Aion 2 today, I'm afraid that Aion 2 maybe actually it may kill Throne and Liberty. Let's see what the future brings. Thanks for watching, see you in the next one.